Hey y'all, Rick Fearless, Strokers Dallas, Strokers Oz House, Punchwally Garage, Fearless Services. Good morning. How you doing? All right? Today is Wednesday, October the 2nd, 2024, year of our Lord. Season number 2, episode number 276. In today's show, we will talk about Get Up. We will talk about 4 a.m. We will talk about colorblind. Let's go. In My Life, the 366 Project, coming to you almost live from almost downtown Dallas and the powerful CHUMP studio. Today's show is brought to you by Reliable Diamond Tool. That's ready2.com, REDITOO.com. Check them out. Also brought to you by Simpson Motorcycle Helmets. If you got a $100 head, then you wear a $100 helmet. But if your head is priceless, like mine, wear a Simpson. They are the best. We are a dealer. StrokersDallasMerch.com. We are also a dealer for Extreme Charge. It's the best battery maintenance charger on the planet. I got 50 of these going right now. Let me give you a quick story about Simpson. So it was about a year ago, one of our customers / friends bought a big dog, rode it around. He was wearing a helmet, one of them $100 helmets. And then one day I saw him pull up on his big dog, and he wasn't wearing a helmet. And he's a friend with my daughter and my son-in-law. So I got on him. I said, "Where's your helmet? How come you're not wearing a helmet, boy?" And he said, "Hey, Mr. Fearless, your daughter ordered me one of them good Simpson carbon fiber helmets, and so I'm picking it up today. That's why I didn't wear one up here, because I'm going to wear that one back." I said, "Okay, all right." He was there for an hour or so. He left. 10 minutes later, he called. He had had an accident. Somebody had pulled out on top of him that didn't see him. We went and picked him up. His bike was totaled. He was just scraped up. And my son-in-law, Elliot, was here. He said, "Did you hit your head?" And he said, "No, I didn't hit my head. I didn't hit my head." We said, "Good." A few minutes later, we were pulling his helmet out of the back of the truck. And right here was a big old flat spot where that helmet had hit the ground. What if that had been your head? What if that's your head and it bangs like that on that cement? That's why I wear a Simpson. They are the best. He hit his head so hard it put a big flat spot in the helmet. He never knew it. StrokersDallasMerch.com. Today, the Mr. Peabody Wayback Machine goes back to 1976. In 1976, I started to work for Roach Paint Company. Well, that is my Meemaw, Eileen. You know, I got that Eileen chopper. That's my Meemaw. My Meemaw's sister and her sister's husband. Meemaw was really close to him, so, you know, I went to work for them at 19 by way of a DUI, or DWI we called it back then. And Meemaw was so afraid that I wasn't going to... I don't think she was afraid that I wasn't going to do a good job. She just wanted to make dang sure I did a great job. And so she would call me. You know, she knows I get up early. So we had to be at work at 7 a.m. at Roach Paint. So I got to work at usually 6:15 at the latest. Meemaw would call me every morning at 4 a.m. "Hey, boy, you up?" "Yes, ma'am." "Okay, it's Wednesday. What you got going on at work today?" Same as every day, Meemaw. I'm pulling paint orders, getting the paint pulled." "Well, you know, it's very important. Your great aunt and uncle really respect you and love you. You've got to do them a good job. You've got to make the family." And I said, "I got it, Meemaw." So she called me every morning at 4 a.m. for 5 years. And I said a couple times, "Meemaw, you don't have to call me at 4 a.m. to wake me up. I'm up." And she said something I'll never forget. She said, "Is it okay if I call my grandson first thing in the morning to check on him? Is that okay with you?" I never said anything about her calling me again, because it was okay with me. I wish she'd call me now, only it's 2:30. It's not, see, here's what time I do the show. Hey, look, it's Alice, 2:38. I've always gotten up early, not much of a sleeper, but going to work for Roach Paint set the rest of my life in motion. It taught me how to work. It taught me how to be a man. It taught me responsibility. It taught me how to get a paycheck and how to track my money. There was no direct deposits back then, buddy. You got a paycheck. And what you did with it was your business. All right. Thinking about my memo. I guess because I rode the Eileen chopper on Monday, I've been thinking about my memo. All right, let's check that truck. Check that truck. Woo, you got them flame chucks. Yeah, I don't like to brag, but these are good. They got that thicker sole, too. You got the orange, kind of a yellowish, fade to orange, fade to red, fade to dark. Black and white logo, white toe. Double black racing stripes, 2 VIN hose, white shoestrings, 1 eye down, double knotted for safety. These are, say it with me, y'all, these are some handsome chucks. Speaking of Mima, you want to check a picture of her? I do. That's a picture of her when she was still a grandma. My aunt told me that they were in Mexico. I think I have another picture of Mima right there. Look how pretty my grandma was. She was a worker. People know, they see my mom on TV. They know my mom was tough. My Mima eat my mom for lunch. My Mima was a lot tougher than Mom, and Mom was tough. Mom was tough. But Mima was pretty tough. Now, my grandma, that we read her calendar, she wasn't tough. She was just a nice lady that was just as meek and mild as could be. Grandma's calendar, what was Grandma doing? 75 years ago today, October 2nd, 1949 was a Sunday. Grandma wrote, we went to Sunday school, then we went to Clarence and Dormalee's, that's her brother and sister-in-law, for a big dinner, went to Victory to see Dick's mother, Fairless. I don't know what Victory is. Maybe Deanna knows. Deanna, you know what Victory is? Not Victory Motorcycles. Dad joke. I just found out I'm colorblind, and I mean it came right out of the purple. Get it? Get off the couch, a motivational minute. Happiness is nothing more than good health and a bad memory. Maybe a little bit of money in there too. You got to have a little bit of money to pay your rent and buy your groceries and maybe splurge every now and then to get you an RC Cola and a moon pie, something important in life. Have you ever had an RC Cola and a moon pie? We used to do that, and sometimes my grandpa would get us, we would get a Dr. Pepper back in the farm days, and he would get some beer nuts or peanuts, either one, and pour them in that Dr. Pepper, and they would fizz up. You drank that Dr. Pepper, and it had that little salty taste to it. And then when you got to the peanuts to eat them, oh my goodness, they were good. You could put them in Dr. Pepper or RC. Anniversary party. October 11, 12, 13, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday is live music, and the Sunbrew team will be out here. On Sunday is the Big D Jamboree, Battle of the Bands. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good weekend for that. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. Tonight is Wednesday, so that's karaoke. We get a good crowd for karaoke, so it's always fun to come out, drink a few cold drinks, and sing or listen to some music. If you haven't done it, it's pretty fun. The weather's getting right. All right, Rick, Fearless, I got to go. Love you, Alice. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow.